Okay, this is the first of the Good Bad Design presentations for the Evaluating and Designing Educational Software course, and I'm going to be looking at a website called Promethean Learning, which has some Flash content within it. This is a course in using the Promethean interactive whiteboard software that takes teachers from the basics of using the software to the level where the teacher can train others. It starts off with more of a technical focus and progresses to a more pedagogic focus for using the software and building digital flip charts for use in the class. First part of the course is introducing the technical aspect, and this is done through a series of Flash tutorials. Here's some of them here. And these are interspersed with assessments, and these are also Flash based within this environment, which is a Moodle environment. I don't think it's possible to neatly characterize anything as good or bad, but I think this is near the good end of the evaluative climb. Going to be using the 5 points from Wilson et al. From Raising the Bar, which is effective, efficient, engaging, good, and transformative. That's the framework we're going to be using. And there's also reference to Norman's design of everything and a couple of others. Okay, let's just have a look at one of these tutorials. I'm just going to open it up here. It opens in a pop-up window. First thing that I'd like to say is that there are clear rubrics here. It's very difficult to do anything wrong. You're very constrained in what you can do. If I click anywhere, I can't do anything unless I follow the instruction to click next, and it's quite clearly signposted. And the task mimics what you have to do in real life, which is one of Norman's considerations, as well as the tasks being very simple. There's one task per page here, and it's simplified here. There's not a sort of cluttered desktop. This is mimicking a desktop, how you'd launch the software. And I have to do exactly what you have to do in real life, and double click here, and it's very clearly stated that that's what I have to do. And if I double click, it goes to what you would see next in real life. Okay. There's also some animated tutorials saying what you can do. Now I would say that is a bit too fast for the learner to take on board. So there's one possible negative there. I'm just going to have a look at another one of the tutorials. This is using a couple of buttons on the toolbar within the Active Studio software. Okay, again, rubrics are quite clear. I can't do anything apart from click on next. And there are some fairly clear instruction here. And if I do something wrong, I get instant feedback informing me that I've done something wrong unless I click on the undo button. And again, it does what the real tool does. It undoes something there. In the previous tutorial, this was written and it's clearly undoing it. So if I click again, I can see there that it's perfectly mimicking. Okay. Now, one thing that Bocher points out in her 2007 paper for 10 core principles for designing effective learning environments, she mentions that learners don't need to know everything, but they do need to know the core concepts, and I think this shows this quite effectively. There's quite a lot of information here, but before we can move on, I have to first do an assessment, and this focuses in on the core principles, and I think this will help as well to sort of embed things in long-term memory. Okay, so here's the core assessment here. Again, clear rubrics. There's very easy to read, very easy to understand. It tells you what is expected, sort of clear focus here, and very easy what to do. Okay, there's nothing distracting here. It's really quite easy here. I'm thinking about Alan's guide to e-learning here. It ticks off a number of things, including the fact that it's not distracting. It's easy to read. its use of graphics are effective, and progress is quite clear here. I can clearly see what I've got to do. The activities are simple, there's no obscure information, it's quick and easy. Okay, I'm just going to answer this question. I get feedback here telling me it's correct, and I can't move on unless I get that. Again, it's focusing in here on the area that we need to focus in. There's no extra erroneous information. So here I've got to click on the tool which allows to change the pen width, which is not this one, but let's see what happens. Okay, show me where I've clicked. I'm allowed to change my mind, so it gives me the option to do that. And if I submit, it tells me that it's wrong, and what I like about this is that it tells me where I can find this information. Okay, I'm just going to go back to this, a quick overview of the course in general. That course is one of a number of courses they've got here which takes them through from the technical side to the pedagogic side, where the focus is on classroom practice. Okay. Go back to Boscia. She mentions 3 types of activities for a well-balanced course. The faculty to student, well, that's clearly provided here. There's lots of information being imparted by Promethean. Student to student, well, in these courses there's a lot more peer interaction. And student to resources, if I just go back to this course here at the bottom, it prompts you to go to another one of their website where you will share flip charts. So I think there's a lot of resource there for sharing. So to conclude, and to go back to the original framework, is it effective? Well, I think it helps learners go and use the product. Once they've done this, they'll be able to use it. Is it efficient? Well, I think so. It's fast. You're doing it on a computer where you're likely to have the software. What I really like about it for efficiency is that it allows just-in-time training, so users can dip in and out as they need. Is it engaging? I think so. It's interactive. It generates a response. Is it good, as in just? Well, the course leads into pedagogy beyond the technical aspects, so I think anything that helps pedagogy has got to be good. And is it transforming? I think it would change practice, and the early stages are aimed at teachers who are new to interactive whiteboards, and it will allow them to use the tools effectively, I think, and later it'll be allow them to use it pedagogically.